BKFC 81 in Manchester. These UK fighters, they bring it.
Seagal versus Floyd. I mean, two high-level boxers. Who's going to be able to transition over to Bare Knuckle? We're going to find out September 27th.
Knockdown number 2. That is it.
I'm doing this to prove a lot of other people wrong and show what I'm really about. The fight will end with my hand being raised as the winner.
Left to the body and a clean knockdown. Johnny Graham. Yeah, there's a left hand on the counter and down goes Ruslan Tartarov. And the win for Nabi Mansouri. Hard left hook to the body, another big left and another with Lister.
This body work is phenomenal by Lister.
Welcome to BKFC, Joe Lister.
Another historical night in Manchester.
Here we go, man, all the way live from Satellite 5. Once again, we are back, headed to the UK Fight Week. Yeah, baby. Excited about it. Now, you like that? I heard laughter back there. You want to shag? All right, I'm going too far. I did dress up years ago when I worked at a mall. I dressed up as Austin Powers. What a gig. They put me in the Austin Powers wig and everything. I have a picture somewhere. And I laid on this heart bed in center court of the mall, and people would come take pictures of me. It was like a Pepsi promotion. So I did that one time. Anyway, glad you're here as we head to the UK. A lot of great stuff is always coming up today. Jam packed. There it is. We tried it. We tried it during mic check, but it's back. The peak out. Jam packed show today. You never know. You never know if Dave Feldman's going to pop in. He says he might pop in. Look at him looking all authoritative there. That's kind of scary. Dave Feldman, president, founder of BKFC. Going to try to talk to him today. Also, fighting on the Hammond card, we'll have Boban Simic. I don't know this guy. I don't know him at all. I just know I got a lot of crazy intel on this guy, and I want to talk to him. I don't want to say interesting, I should say. He eats raw meat and stuff. We'll show you that. And I heard rotten meat. There's so much to uncover with this dude. I can't wait to learn more about him. Also going to be talking to, perhaps she's going to be the Queen of Violence coming up in New Jersey, October 4th, as she fights Christine Misfit Free. I'm talking about the Black Widow. We'll be slinging web today with Jessica Borga. She's going to be here as well. Like I said, jam-packed show. Let's get to the boys in the booth like we like to do. Look, I didn't even clean up my desk before we started. I had hot crap in the chamber before we started. And I said, I got like 2 minutes. And Evan's like, can you do it? And Brandon's like, are you speeding it up? I'm like, I don't know.
So you're holding it right now?
Nah, you know what? It's the coffee because it went away.
Oh, the super sources.
Yeah, and then it comes back and it goes away. It's kind of like our show. It goes away, it comes back. So, you drink too much coffee. One time, Evan, you drink coffee on a plane.
I drink coffee all day long.
So I like coffee too, but if I'm getting on a plane and there's when I drink coffee, that's my body evacuates sometimes.
Yeah.
And on a plane, I don't know, man. I've done it and I fought that battle before.
No.
Has that ever happened to you?
On a plane? No, I refuse to shit on a plane. No.
Do you know one time I got on a plane? I think I was with you guys, and I was all of a sudden my stomach went like that, and I was getting ready to sit down, and I'm like, I can make it to the bathroom, and I didn't want to do it. But I had to. I ran there. I exploded. This is gross, but everywhere. It was insane. And I was so embarrassed. It was like a walk of shame back to my seat. I could. What am I going to go in my pants? It was an attack I had.
Real riveting content.
I'm just
Wait
saying.
till you have a coffee and BKFC's latest sponsor, Alp Nicotine Pouches.
That's going to evacuate everything.
That'll clear you right out in the morning.
I think Tucker Carlson. That's his, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Excited to be a part of that.
They saw the show. They saw how, we abuse the Zins. They said, if you're going to abuse, you need to use Alp.
Is that what they said?
We're on Alp.
Is that what they said?
No, but that's a good line.
I know. The way you said it was good. Well, you know what, man? They saw it now. Hopefully we'll have some Alp to, I don't know.
We've got a pallet.
Yeah.
We've got a pallet of wintergreen. So
we got to stack that up. That'll be great. I don't know if we're allowed to do giveaways of that, or you guys are going to hoard it all.
We're trying to figure that out, how we can give that away.
I'd love to just throw it off.
Yeah, it depends on venue.
Well,
If it's a plus 21.
Well, what about on the show? Can we give like 10
Yeah,
Alps
why
to
not?
somebody? All right, maybe we'll find out about that. And by the way, let's talk about that. You guys are still submitting. Thank you. A lot of people. You want to get on the contest when we start running it. We've only done it once. Again, we're going to make this even better. We're getting sponsors. We're getting merch. We're getting autograph stuff. All this stuff. We're piling it up, but we want to have a lot of people involved. So send it in, thebareknuckleshow@gmail.com. That's your name, your email, and your phone number. We'll get you in the contest, get you in the hopper, as we say. What do you guys think about Hollywood before we get started? I mean, I thought it was a fun show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Have we been on here since Hollywood? I don't even know.
Yeah, last week.
Oh, my God. I'm so out of it.
We talked about
We did. We had a whole show where we talked. What the hell's the matter with me?
we talked about everything about
I
it.
don't know.
Covering all the good
All right.
parts.
Well, I don't know. It was a great show. We know that. So let's move on. My brain is so tired. I know we were talking about this before the show, too. Off to the UK. Brandon, flying out tonight. You're a madman. I know that this morning, this is pretty exciting news. In Philly, there's a huge radio station, two sports stations, WIP and The Fanatic, and apparently they were talking about the Nork show. They're very excited about it. I don't think we're even running commercials on there. It was like a segment saying you can't miss it. So that's good. We planted our flag in Philly. Now they're promoting for us. We don't even have to do it. So thank you for the shout out. We appreciate that. We're going to try to find out whoever it was. Before we get into our first guest, I haven't had confirmation. Hopefully he gets in the hopper. I use the hopper a lot today. Let's get to the mailbag first. Let's do that.
Ooh, the mailbag.
Yeah.
It's time for mail call.
Mail call. I call it mailbag. I gotta stop doing that. It's been mail call for like 2 years.
It's always on your head.
The mail bags on my head, bouncing on. It's crazy. So let's talk. Let's talk first about this guy. His name is it DC Fight Promoter? It's Fight Promoter DC. Did we get this? We were so busy before the show. I don't know if you were able to. Okay. This guy, he said, this is from last week. He said, great show last week. I loved Chris Garcia's daughter punching you in the stomach. Can we see it again, only in slow-mo? Well, I'm glad you like that. I don't know if we can slow-mo it, but I'll show it to you again.
Yeah?
All right, then we have to do it. Test the shot. Punch me in the stomach.
Come on, punch him in the stomach.
Stomach, go, do it. Do it.
You're strong. I don't know. I think she can get in the squared circle.
So the delight that little girl got from punching me in the stomach is probably only second to the delight that Fight Promoter DC got wanting to see it again. I'm glad you want to see me get abused. You know, Evan, Brandon, I didn't do my normal shout-outs because today was nuts. We didn't think we were going to get on the air at first. We had some technical difficulties. So I didn't shout everybody out, but I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. I can't go through one by one today, but I saw who the early risers were. I see who's commenting. We appreciate everything, guys. And make sure you hit the like button and share the show, please. All right, let's see what else we have here in the mailbag. Oh, Thunder BKFC sent this in. He said, ready to storm whatever is next.
These are two big line heavyweights.
Big shots. There's the TKO stoppage from San Burgos and a massive victory. David.
You know,
Thunder.
I didn't even put two and two together because I'm a dope and I'm way too
Sent us
tired.
our own video. Thanks.
Yeah, you know, I knew it was our own video, but actually the guy that sent that in, his email is, I'm not going to give the whole thing up, but it has Thunder BKFC in there, and then he signed it Dave.
Dave Simpson said,
Yeah, I love it because he said he's ready to storm whatever's next. That's what you have to
he
do.
looks good, man.
And he's been fighting for us for a bit. I'm glad to see it. Good stuff
coming into
happening.
his own, yeah.
Man. He sent it in. See, I love that. I applaud that. Send your own stuff in. We'll repurpose it and show it. You should. Those shots, and you said it on the video. Those shots were like, that's bare knuckle, man. That's what we always talk about. All right, let's move on to. Let's see what else. Oh, your favorite guy, Brandon, the KO murderer.
Somebody just sent me this yesterday. That's
I
just watched this video.
You know the video that's coming? I saw it too, and I was going to make it my knockout of the week. And KCMS Records, who I don't think this guy died for once, he's sending us his knockout of the week. Let's see.
In Brandon, Mississippi.
This is crazy, dude. It's got to be a. Let me talk to my old lady. You don't care, dude. Spine, head, everything.
That's right outside of Jackson, Mississippi. We've been there.
Yeah. We have. That's when we were in Jackson for a couple shows, right? Yeah. And we did the COVID show there, where it was like it was brutal.
That was Oxford.
Oh, that was Ole Miss.
That was
Ole
Oxford.
Miss.
Yeah.
That was brutal. That show. It was so hot and disgusting.
Horrible.
I think BKFC 11, maybe.
It was 11.
All right. Thank you for that, KCMS. My KO of the week in honor of our huge UK show this Saturday. It's we'll call this a UKO. There we go.
You fucking dickhead.
He went down like a tree.
Don't leave your hands.
I'll take one more shot. Look, it's got there's some bet or something happened. He got one free shot. But damn, at first I was like, is this guy? No, this is real. Damn, man. With friends like that. All right, let's see. A bonus KO of the week. Let's see what we have here. Oh, from Friendly Frank. He said, "How about them Phillies?" Oh, well, I don't think that's a baseball game. Frank, look at that shot. I don't know. I mean,
that's.
Is that a foot? I can't see it.
No, rugby.
Is that rugby? That's what I'm trying to see what the kind of ball is coming in.
It's
Basketball.
I thought baseball was way off.
Soccer ball.
A football.
Football, yeah.
So, yeah. Well, first, do you hear the air conditioner?
Yeah. Should we turn it off? Is it bothering?
I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Feels nice in here.
I know. All the doors are open. We never have this.
All right, I'll turn it off.
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want to do, it's up
Sounds
to you
like
guys. All right, whatever you want. See, we're sacrificing our comfort for your audio ability.
Every week.
So, Friendly Frank, I appreciate you sending that in. Thank you. But, how about them Phillies? NL East champs, I'll take that. That's good. But, we'll give a Philly shout-out for you, even though it was rugby or something. Now, Jihad sent this in. Jihad is the man behind Shift Combat. He's the guy you see if you're newer to the product. He's the guy with, he's got the dreads. He's always dressed snappily. He's dressed nice. Wonderful. I remember somebody, was it Mike Richmond, was like pissed off. He's like, why is he got to dress like that? He's all mad. He didn't like him. He said he's bigger than the fighters. I don't believe that to be true. I think it was Mike that said that. Don't quote me on that. But I love Jihad. I love what he brings to the company. And he sent this in. Dave Reddick Mandel, no secret. Is that it? Oh, you're showing the picture. Okay. Is he drinking his cold brew? What is that?
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee's insane. I love it. I'll suck that whole thing down. Anyway, I just get looks. So he sent this in, Jihad. I've never seen most of this. I think I've seen clips. There's more clips of it now. We know that Dave Redneck Mandel has been talking about Mike Perry and trying to get that fight forever. Mike Perry, of course, trying to retain the King of Violence title coming up in Newark. Here's him and
David Mandel.
Dave Mandel, Mike Perry going at it.
Oh my!
This is back in the day.
Johnson with a right.
The true mark of a fighter is the willingness to fight. But sometimes a fighter loses. This happened 10 years ago.
Mandel's kind of backing off, and he catches him. And that's it.
That was then.
Wow.
Mike Perry with the
This
knockout.
is now.
Man, years later, they both look so different now. It's crazy. That was a nice cursor on there. Good edit. Right?
Mike Perry, undefeated. David Mandel, the true champion.
Now, Evan.
Now run them hands.
Oh, run them hands. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over that cool voice. Evan, I know we didn't put that out, but I have to tell you, I have a deep appreciation for them taking the time. And these are fight guys. They don't know how to do what you know how to do. So either having somebody do it or somebody help them with that and put that out. Because, look, I was talking to Mandel. We talked about this last week, I remember, off the air. And we were talking about how the Perry fight and how he said, I don't know if I'm going to say his name anymore. And I said, well, I think he's getting tired of calling for it and not getting it. So I guess Jihad's helping him out with that a little bit. But again, look, I don't know if it's going to happen or it's not, but I do respect the fact that they're really, really grinding and trying for it, even put together videos for it. So thank you, Jihad, for sending that in. And
I sent a message along with it.
To you?
Yeah. I don't know. Let me read it, make sure.
Oh, I don't think I got that.
Let me see.
The message.
I got it too. There he is. Mandel versus Perry is amateurs. Their pro fight happened the exact same way, with Perry being saved by the bell after a brutal knockdown in the first and getting it done on a failed shot attempt by Mandel. So I guess Shift and Mandel are still gunning for that fight.
Yeah, I mean, why would you? Let's be honest. That's a big fight. You would want that. You think it's going to be a bigger payday, I would guess, and it's going to get your name even bigger on the map. And if you can beat Perry, if you can do what you said you've been able to do this whole time, I mean, that's going to be huge for him. So why wouldn't you ask for that fight? I totally understand it. Just a reminder, we got Dave Feldman. Says he's coming on. He said earlier he's coming on, but who knows with him if he gets tied up in meetings. We also got Jessica the Black Widow Borga, who's going for the Queen of Violence later. And I believe in my ear they're telling me we're almost ready to go to this guy. I'm looking forward to talking. Is he here? Is that what you said to me? I'm sorry.
He was here, and now I just see a ceiling. I think he put his phone down.
well, I can't wait. Let's look at his ceiling. See if it's nice. Let's see if it needs any drywall done. Let's look. That looks like what's that? A ceiling fan? There's a lamp there. Is that what's up top of it? What is that? What do you think that is? I mean, I can't see it. Up top of the frame as we look at his ceiling.
I couldn't tell you.
It's something sticking out. Yo, you there, dude? Yo! On the count of three, maybe if we all yell.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Yo!
Should I summon him with some music here?
I don't know what we do, but let me tell you a little bit about. Actually, that's not Dave. So let me give you a little back. Oh, there he is. I've been waiting to talk to him. What's up, man? How are you?
Does he know he's live?
I don't know. Yo, you're live. Can you hear me?
Just a second. Let me get this situated.
I don't think I can understand what
he's
you're saying.
He's going to get his camera
situated. Oh, that's cool. Take your time, man. It's nice that while you're getting it situated, I'm going to kind of give a little bit. That's all right. Take your time. I'm going to do a little background on here because the people don't know you. I'm excited to meet you. You'll be fighting on Hammond card coming up in Indiana. It's our debut there. I've heard nothing but stories about you. I'm excited to talk to you. We had some clips. Can we do that, Brandon? Can we roll the clip of him eating and stuff while he's getting his thing ready? Sure. Check out what this guy does. There you go, man. Hey, there he is. So we were just kind of showing the audience as you're setting your camera. First of all, thank you for making the time to be on here. We appreciate it.
How's it going?
And we were showing the audience some of the stuff that you've done in your social media. Do you want to plug your social media name first? It was like Flesh God something, right?
So my Instagram is literally, I got banned like 9 times on Instagram, 39 times on TikTok. So my Instagram is Flesh God Lives. My TikTok is Flesh God Rules.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So I want to make sure we plug that up front. You have a lot of great content on there. I don't know a ton about you. That's why I wanted you to have come on here. I'm excited for your fight coming up. There's been so much hype. You don't even know this. To me personally, people talking about you, a couple people over the last year or two. Like, you're going to love this guy. I can't wait till you meet him. Well, I can't wait to see a fight, first of all. And not that comes second, but I want to introduce everybody to you and kind of talk about what you're about. So, first of all, Boban, how are you? It's nice to meet you. And I'm excited for your fight. Now, let's just get right into it because I don't know how much time we have. We'll talk about your eating habits and stuff like that, but let's start from when you were younger. I got some intel about you, and I want to know if this stuff's all true, and you can kind of tell me more about it, okay? So apparently when you're a young kid, you had some type of accident with a bulldozer. And this is so random to me. Like, you think you have an accident where you trip and fall, get hit by a car, but you're a fighter and you have all these things you do, and you had an accident with a bulldozer. How old were you? Just talk about the accident with the bulldozer. Tell us about it. What happened?
So I was 18 years old and trying to survive. This were like rough times with my uncle and my cousins. We used to do scrap metal around Chicago. It was basically some Serbian guy. He wrecks houses with his bulldozer, and he just called us over like, hey, I got this metal. I'm wrecking a house. If you guys get here in time to pull out the copper and stuff, good. If you don't, whatever. It was just like a survival mode because we were like barely getting by, and I got influenced by my uncle. He was crazy when we did that shit. Like, he would just like go in, and he was like telling me every time the bulldozer crane moves out of the way, and it's the big one, the wrecks houses, to like just jump in, grab the metal, pull it out, get out of the way. So he left, and I jumped in. I was working at the spot, and every time the bulldozer crane would walk out, there's a bunch of dust and stuff like that. But I was trying to pull out like some heavy piece of metal out of the ground, and like when you jump in, it's like you can just go through. Like, the house was like almost wrecked. It's like such a like fucked up job, and I'm trying to pull it out, and all of a sudden, boom, and I go down like this, and I look up, and the bulldozer crane is like lifting up, and I see it, and I look at these two Serbian guys, and they're just looking at me like this with their mouth open, like. and they're like, "Oh, you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You want to call the ambulance?" I'm like, "No. Did somebody attack me? Who hit me?" Like, I was ready to fight. Like, I thought somebody attacked me. I was like, "Nobody attacked you. Nothing. You okay?" Like, "Yeah." I went and I sat down, and then I passed away. And I've been knocked out before, and this time it felt like I came back from like blackness, like out of nothingness. And I said, "Call the ambulance." Anyways, to make the story short, the nurse comes in. She's like, "Bobbin, I don't want to alarm you, but you have a lot of calcium buildup on your head." And then they called her off. And then my uncle told me, the guy who does like head traumas there, he's been doing it for 9 years. He said he never seen a skull as thick as mine. He said mine's literally double the thickness of an average human skull. And I was like, "Oh, well, that makes sense."
So your skull's extra thick. That makes sense to me, everything I'm reading about you. This is just another thing about you that's interesting. I mean, so I'm glad you're okay. You got the thick skull coming to the bare knuckle. That can only help you. What are you drinking? Is that one of your concoctions or just coffee?
Turkish coffee. I fresh roast my own and fresh grind my own Turkish coffee every morning.
Okay, there you go. And, you know, the other thing I kind of like, I have to bring it up. We showed it. Dude, what's up with the raw? I've heard, I've heard raw meat. Seen that now. I've heard rotten meat. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. It's called high meat.
Okay. What? I mean, with respect, I just don't get it. How don't you get sick, number one, and why do this? What's the benefit? Is it just something you enjoy, or is it health reasons?
We've been brainwashed what makes us sick, and it's a long story. It's like the whole germ theory thing is all made up. The guy who invented germ theory, Louis Pasteur, he's the one who pasteurized milk and all that shit. And I'm sorry for cursing. And he on his deathbed, he said he was wrong. I believe in terrain theory. That was his opposition. That guy lived to be 90 years old, and is basically saying germs don't make you sick. Little cooties and little things in the environment don't make you sick. It's just an unhealthy body that could generate these viruses and stuff. It's a whole different thing, and it's never been disproven. Both are just theories, but I believe in that theory, and I learned that germs and stuff like that, bacteria, we're more bacteria and parasites than human DNA. So I just researched into it, and I realized that that stuff doesn't make me sick. It actually makes me healthy. For instance, E. coli, that everybody makes you scared of, we all have it. You can't poop without it, and it regulates serotonin, which is the thing that makes you happy. So kids, they usually are depressed. They lack gut bacteria, because the gut bacteria is connected to the... And this stuff that I'm saying, it sounds kind of bonkers, but you could research all. It's just a lot of weird information that's like withheld from us or that people don't know about. And I've been doing it 7 years, and everything that told me was going to kill me has only made me stronger. And that's why I'm getting back into this, because all the injuries, the way I used to train and fight, it was all just eating punches, training like crazy. My body just started to like fall apart. And on this diet, it feels like I'm getting young again. Like every year I feel stronger and better than
you did before.
Yeah. I look at myself now. I look better maybe now when I flex than when I was a professional fighter. Like
I mean, look, I'm looking at your arms. You got the Hawkster arms going there. You know, they're in good shape, so you must be doing something right. And I can't tell if it's your camera or not, but dude, your hand looks gigantic. Your fingers look like hot dogs or sausages or something. hold on.
Yeah, I got big meaty hands.
Look at his hands.
Runs in the family.
My God, you want to get hit by them, Evan? Jesus. Anyway, Evan's like, no. Well, look at that glass. You look like Andre the Giant drinking a beer. It's insane. So, aside from all this, dude, you're so interesting to me. The accident with the bulldozer. Then you figure out that the meat you're eating works for you that way, and you feel in great shape.
Oh, but one more thing. Can I say something?
Please, go ahead.
So the rotten meat on this diet, what the researchers started doing, it's the Eskimos. Well, they don't like to be called Eskimos. That's what they call them. Eskimo means raw meat eater. They're the Inuit. So they were known for eating, like I think caribou meat, a lot of raw fish, and just raw. Like there's pictures of babies like digging in raw stuff, blood going like down their mouth and stuff like that. And they're known for eating high meat. And the reason they do that is because they used to give their dogs, their sled dogs, all the leftovers. They were sometimes rotten meat. And they noticed that when the dogs eat the rotten meat, they have more energy and they perform better and stuff like that. So they started incorporating it. They started making I think mostly rotten fish, but there's some tribes around there. I think they also eat rotten birds and stuff like that. And they just probiotics is bacteria. Bacteria is the key to being healthy. So I've eaten meat that's more than a year old. This when you open it, smells like shit. And flies come and stuff, and I don't get sick. Everything they told me is going to make me sick. I feel great afterwards.
Yeah, you sound. I mean, look, you don't look. With all due respect, I thought I was going to be talking to some lunatic when I heard about you, and you seem like a pretty even-keeled guy that has researched these things and it works for you. So we like that. That's great. Is it true that you? I've heard that when you make your recipes, sometimes you'll chew the meat up and spit it back in, like to grind stuff up. Is that true?
Some ingredients, like, yeah, maybe.
I love you, dude.
I mean, I'm not disgusted in my own spit, so.
Yeah, that is true. It's just so, you understand why, man. I mean, this is different to most people, and hopefully, maybe you can speak to some people and help them with their lives. What about this?
I'm not going to make somebody a dish and chew it up and spit it out.
No, I know that. I mean, for yourself. What about this? Here's two more pieces of intel. One, apparently you walked around shoeless for a couple of years because it lined up with your beliefs, and you'd go into stores and stuff, and you just didn't care. Is that true?
Yeah. I used to go. Well, I mean, still do go barefoot, but
like grounding. And do it for grounding, where where they?
Yeah. I researched it. Like I have different fighting and stuff, lower back pain, knee problems, stuff like that, and a lot of that got a lot better. Yeah, you step more correctly when you're barefoot and stuff. When you're stepping on rubber, especially when you're running, you're used to like hitting with the back heel and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's better run. You run more proper when you're barefoot and stuff. And when I was doing that, I started doing that like maybe 14 years ago. Everybody thought I was crazy for doing that, for swimming in ice water. But then now everybody's starting to ground. Everybody's starting to swim in ice water. All this stuff that I was doing before that was looked upon and crazy. Then a Wim Hof guy comes on and people start, dude, look at this Wim Hof guy doing it. Now everybody's doing it. So everything I was called crazy for before, some guy starts doing it. Wow. They were a bigger influence, and now it's the norm,
That's got to be annoying. That would piss me off a little bit. Like you cornered the market on those crazy stuff. In the chat, we have a live chat right now. They're talking about you. I'll tell you what they're saying. They said, does anything gross you out? That was a question as far as eating, or you just do it for health?
Yeah, what's it called? White Castle grosses me out. Taco Bell grosses me out.
Good answer. Good answer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was in North Jersey last weekend. I needed something to eat. It was real late. And you don't see White Castle around a lot anymore. I haven't had White Castle in years. Now you make me. I mean, you're right. I mean, when you eat those White Castle, what the hell's in them? But they're good. They are.
It doesn't taste like a burger. It tastes like something, but it don't taste like a burger to me.
No, they don't. All right. It says what else they have here? If he knocks him out, no, he's not going to take a bite of someone if they knock him out. He's not a cannibal. Let's see. This guy says I'm into health, but I couldn't do that. Here's another one. Another piece of intel I got about you, and I'm just going to let you. Without getting too into detail, we can kind of talk about it. Look, me and you could talk about conspiracy theories all day long off the show. I don't want to kill the algorithm here, but I do.
Exactly.
But I do want to ask you. Probably by saying that, I just got crushed. I do want to ask you, quite frankly, if this is true. During the time when everyone was wearing masks, is it true to kind of troll people? You went to like bought women's underwear and would wear them over your head into places?
So, yeah, a big reason why I got banned 39 times on TikTok is because I was speaking against the whole, I'm not going to get into it on this show, vaccines and masking. And after a while, I just started getting tired of arguing with all of it, especially here in Chicago. Like instead of people backing me up, they started attacking me with the workers and stuff like that. It was like, I felt like I was the only one that was like in a sane mentality. So I was like, okay, they can't deny me as long as I wear a mask. So I took my ex's panties. They weren't even clean. They were dirty panties I put on my face, and I would go in there, and they still try to refuse me. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're not wearing the N95 mask. It doesn't say what kind of mask I could wear. So yeah, I used to just clown them because I thought they couldn't say nothing if I wear something. So I just wanted to show them what clowns they are and abide by it, but not really abide by it. So yeah, I was doing that shit.
Wow, I love it. You're taking a stand. Let's see what else I have here. Oh, this is interesting. Let's show this. And before we show it, I want to talk to him about it. So apparently, there's tape here. Years ago, you knocked out former BKFC heavyweight champion, two-time champion Arnold Adams, and you knocked him out of the ring. And it looked here in this clip, because I saw it, and I want you to talk about it. It looked like you both knocked each other out, but you stood up first, and he got the worst of it. Is that fair to say?
He didn't knock me out. He dropped me. I can get dropped. I can't get knocked out. And I got dropped. We both caught each other at the same time. He went, you can see in the footage, he was like, ow. Like, if that was in the ring and kept going, I just stood up right away. So, yeah, I won that. And I'm real good with Arnold. We actually bounced in Chicago a few times. I even talked to him like, hey, man, get me on the BKFC. He's like, oh, I'll talk to him, give me your number and stuff like that. So me and Arnold are actually pretty friendly because we worked a lot of different spots in Chicago.
Yeah, I feel. I
Right now, though,
there it is.
Swinging hits and a spinning kick.
He pieced me up, though. He was always a good striker.
He's talented, man.
I mean, look at my face. Look at
Arnold Adams falls down to the ring.
Wait till I show my face. He got me. He's a great striker.
Look at those cornrows.
I'm not too sure if he wants to be there. If you look at that rematch, they both
And that's back when I had dreadlocks.
Wow. There you go, out of the ring. So what does that feel like? I know, and you kind of went down too, but when you have the power, and you do have a lot of power, and you said you've never been knocked out, what's that feel like, man, to take somebody out, just knock them out of the ring like that? Not every fighter gets to feel that. That's got to be a feeling of power when you do that, right? Like you're the man.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like I always say like food is the biggest pleasure, but I don't know, maybe nothing's a bigger pleasure than winning a fight. It's like the only time you're truly free in this world, you can't really be. I mean, I act myself and stuff like that, but still in the system and stuff, you can never truly be yourself. And it's somehow like freedom in a cage, I call it, even though that's not a cage.
Yeah.
It's kind of like ironic how that's like the one time as a being, you kind of feel like you can just almost do whatever. There's still rules, but it's like, yeah, I love that adrenaline rush. And I always feel like, it's not a good thing to go on by, but I always felt like, I could take a hit and I had heavy hands. So a lot of times I would just rely on that and just bull rush. And I know they're going to drop before me. And yeah, it's one of the greatest feelings on the planet.
It's got to be. I tell you, if I was, I'm a man, but if I was a woman and I was like your girlfriend or something, I'd be afraid to hold your hands. I keep looking. That's all I can look at. I feel like we want to put mustard on your fingers and eat them. They're hot dogs. They're gigantic.
They're not that big. They're just meaty. But yeah, my cousins especially used to make fun of me because they used to have like real rough, like the calluses and stuff. He's like, what girls don't let you touch you with them rough ass hands? But
you can massage them. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about
women like a real man? They like a savage. They like a guy who's a guy. I mean, I know a lot of like non-masculine guys you see with like pretty girls, but they still like the real thing. They like a man to be a man,
Bro, that's why I can't get girls, man. They like the masculine.
I mean, no, you look like a typical guy that you see like at a bar. You don't look like one of these.
Thanks for saying that, buddy. I appreciate that. Coming from you, I take that as a compliment. But I think you're crazy for this. The other stuff I can accept. I accept everything, the other stuff, and I kind of know why you probably did this next thing I heard about. But apparently you swim. This is insane to me. I think I know why you do it, but you're nuts. With respect, you're crazy for doing this to me. So you swim in Lake Michigan in January and February. You do this repeatedly. And you've had issues in doing this with the fire department and the police departments where they've like tried to pull you out to the point where you've had a guy that used to be a cop that we know. He does a podcast, Mike Davis, and he had told me this story. He said that he actually accompanied you there once so you could swim like you wanted to in Lake Michigan. Are you a good swimmer? Is it because it's cold, like a cold plunge thing? Why are you doing this?
It's all of that. And I went with Mike because it was like on the news and I knew that it was like crazy waves and he challenged me and I was like, but Mike, they're going to give me a ticket again. The cops are going to fuck with me. And I knew that he's a little bit connected, so I was like, I felt better the fact that he drove me out there. So the reason I do that is, first of all, I love to swim. I'm not the fastest, but I love to swim. Like most of my dreams are like waves and crashing, and I just feel, I don't know why, I feel happy in the water. It's the best workout there is, and the cold, it boosts testosterone.
Yep.
Before you hit hypothermia, your brain is like, oh, he's gonna die, so it sends all these signals in your body to like stay alive and stuff to like if you have any kind of like thing wrong with you, like everything super heals real fast because your body's in shock mode. It's like sending everything to like heal you up. So I don't know. That's when I first stopped getting like sick in the wintertime when I started swimming in the ice water.
You should start a
and
business.
That's when I was like feeling like, and also mentally,
really,
I felt more because it floods your brain with serotonin also.
Yeah.
And I noticed like mentally I was a lot less like depressed feeling. I was more like child, and that's the thing about life. I try to be more childlike. Everything makes me feel like when I was a little kid, and that swimming in ice water made me feel like a little kid. Because ever since I was a little kid, I always played in the snow longer. I always loved the cold. I always like felt like I was more powerful.
Interesting.
Now I started going kind of opposite direction. I started enjoying the sun and the heat, but before I used to hate sun, I used to hate heat, and I used to just love the cold.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. And like I said, you're ahead of the curve here. Some people think it's a little different in the chat here. Some agree with you. One guy making a joke that I was going to make, and they always tell me I should use my filter a little more. And I use my filter, but they made the joke in the chat about, we're talking about your hands, and they said, those fingers have been places. I don't know what they mean by that, but, who knows? All right. Well, listen, we're up against it.
Well, I am a virgin, so I have to find other methods. So, yes, Dave.
You probably got 10 girlfriends, dude. It's great. They probably love you, each one. Anyway, you're awesome. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on. We're excited about your fight. Hammond, Indiana, coming up. You get
I'm
thumbs
excited
up.
too to fucking. I haven't fought in so long. I can't. Like that seems like so for me. You can grab their head. It was like it's a brawler's. I mean, I'm not just gonna. I'm gonna fight smart too, but it's just like I can't wait to like. I always wanted to go bare. I always hated that about boxing, but MMA that they forced us to make these wear these gloves. I can't wait to feel the knuckle on the face.
They say bones to dome, flesh to skin. You're going to hear it. You're going to feel it. We're excited to watch you, man. Bobin, thank you for coming on today, and keep up to date with him on his social media. You can check him out. We plugged it at the top of the interview. Thank you so much. It was nice to finally meet you and see you're a normal dude.
No, normal. Don't call me normal.
Semi.
I'm anything but normal. Because in today's society, when you look at what's considered normal,
that is true. That is true. I'm with you there. Thanks for coming on, brother. And I can't wait to see you in Hammond.
Take care.
Thank you, man. Be good, bro. Wow. That guy, my God.
That's cool. That's a character right there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. We're gonna have him on again. I just got a bunch of intel about him. That's why I want to have him on to meet this dude. I think Borg is up next. I can't tell if we have is President David Feldman up there. He is. He's walking in. Would you like to sit or no? Hit them. No, you're not. You think we can't hear you whispering to him? Just say it. They're looking at you. You're on the screen, dude. He's trying to tell me he's not. Come sit down. Give me 2 minutes. Say it again. Oh, okay. All right. So let's see. So you have that meeting. Let me see let's see. Maybe we can fit you in after Borga, maybe. Right, cool. Is Borga there waiting or no?
Yeah, she's here.
All right, let's put Borga in, and then I'll tell you what we'll do. Dave, go do that meeting. Don't forget about us, Dave. We got questions for you. He just flipped me off. Sorry, Borga, I'm getting flipped off. Not by you. You're not by, damn it. What's up, dude? How are you? I didn't mean to call you dude.
Doing awesome.
What's up?
Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome, Borga. Glad to have you on. It's an honor to have you on here. It's been an honor to watch your career thus far in BKFC. We've talked about this many times, and how your trajectory is up. And I'm excited that you're in such a high-profile match coming up October 4th. There's a lot of stuff. Before I get into it, did you happen to see? I know you're probably training. It looks like, but did you happen to see that last interview with the guy that's fighting in Hammond that we just did?
No, I literally just got finished up with strength and conditioning.
Oh, well, thank you for doing that. He eats raw meat. He had another term for rotten meat that he eats, and but he says it helps him, and he's given all these reasons for it. He looks great. He seemed normal. It's crazy to me. Have you ever? I mean, you can show her the clip. Have you ever done that? I would never eat raw meat like that. You ever eat raw meat?
You know what though? I do love me some like raw steak. Like so, I guess in a sense I do because I eat a lot of meat. I'm a carnivore 100%. Meat is in my diet a lot, especially not that raw.
Right? I mean, you drag it across the grill, put a little heat on it, right? At least.
Yeah, just a little sizzle on each side at least.
Oh, man, well, you're going to be the sizzle on the steak coming up in Newark, New Jersey, for the Queen of Violence title against Christine the Misfit Faria, who's been we have to say it's true, one of the most dominant bare knuckle women's fighters in history, if not the most dominant. Her and Britton Hart, man, they're both up there. And now here you come, and you're going for the Queen of Violence. You've been screaming you're the Queen of Violence for probably over a year now.
Just to piss her off.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. But I was reading some articles about you, and the one I read, it really stuck out to me. It was like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, like a couple words, a few words. It just said, Jessica Borga is living her dream. So that was how the article opened. That was the hook. So I want to ask you about that. Jessica Borga is living her dream. Are you living your dream right now? And why is this your dream? To punch and not get punched? What is your dream? Talk about that.
I just I feel like this is what I was meant to do. This is my entire path in combat sports was supposed to lead me here. I feel more confident and comfortable than I ever have in any combat sport. That the way I feel in bare knuckle boxing is just, it's where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm supposed to excel, and this is my time. I truly believe with every ounce of my being that this is my time, and this is where I'm supposed to show who the fuck I am.
We can't wait. I mean, we've seen who you are, and no, I don't. It doesn't matter to me. You say whatever you want. It's uncensored. We don't care until we get picked up by major stations. Then we're gonna have to reel it back in, and we're not going to be able to. But anyway, you can say what you want. Feel free. Talk free. So yeah, it's been a dream a long time. Now here you are. How do you conquer this dream? I mean, we know what you've done. We know about you winning the inaugural women's featherweight. We know about the first female knockout in BKFC. You have a lot of history coming into this with only a few fights. And that was like 32 seconds, I think. I almost shaved two off.
It's 26 fucking seconds, but they can't fix that shit. Like when you look at the video and you see him call that off, it is 26 seconds, but they still haven't fixed that. But once they do, I'll be the fastest finish as well. But if you look at the video, it's 26 seconds when the ref calls it. That is when it is. But they said 32. It's fine. Whatever.
I did that on purpose. I know.
I know you did.
I know that irks you. I knew that would irk you. That's why I said it. I wanted you to defend it. So, I mean, so much going on with you in this fight. And I got to tell you, I think I said this in a text or a message to you. You're in what I consider the best shape of your life. I mean, you have to be. I would say this is the biggest fight of your life to get in the best shape. What does it take? And I mean, how much is it more enjoyable? Do you love getting in the shape? Is it a grind? Does it make you act? Like, where are you at? Like, how...
I think everyone can agree that they like the way they look when they're in super lean condition. Yep. I think everyone will also agree that they don't like being that strict. But I'm always I think people highly underestimate how consistent I am with my diet and my training and everything. I don't have off seasons. I don't take time off, even when after big wins and stuff like that. I'm right back in the gym. There's always room for improvement. There's always, that kind of stuff to improve on. So I'm always in the gym. I'm always eating clean. I'm always wanting to be the best version of me that I can be, no matter if I have a fight coming up or not. But when it's fueled like this, there's a different level of enjoyment even when is unenjoyable, I guess you can say. Even when it's not enjoyable and, I'm cutting down my calories a little bit just to get the last few pounds off, it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't even faze me because the enjoyment of beating her ass is going to be so pleasurable. It's not even in my brain that no, it's not even a thing.
You know what? I understand that because not even the same. You're going to a bare knuckle fight, but when I used to do my pro wrestling world, there was a guy that I didn't love. I didn't think he was the nicest guy, and he was getting kind of popular. And my thing was, I'm going to outwork him, and he was a dick to me. So I went to the gym, as lame as this is in my head, I'd be like, I'm going to look better than him. I'm going to look better than him. And you're right. It provides some kind of, and then you show up to the show and they're like, wow, you're looking great. It provides some, you're accomplishing a mission. It's not just a normal fight. It's a whole level higher. So I understand how that would motivate you.
So much more enjoyable. It really, especially when people are telling you that you can't make weight, when in my entire career, I've not been one that didn't make weight, even at lower weight classes. So I can do it. I just choose not to be a weight bully. She walks around about the same weight as me. So actually a lot of 25ers, if you look at it, like Jod just posted, she walks around at 143. Yep. So mid 40s, same with Taylor Starling. There's a lot of them that walk around at the same weight. So stop acting like, I'm so much bigger. I'm just stronger and I got more technique and I'm going to outbox her and outskill her in every way. And it's funny that she thinks that I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. You talked earlier about how, a couple minutes ago, about how it's almost enjoyable to put the work in the gym because of what you're going toward. And, I have to talk about it. I know it's not your favorite thing. We talk privately about it, but there's been some really strong stuff coming from her side of things toward you. I don't know if you've lobbed stuff back at her, but she's been lobbing a lot at you, and that's where most of it's been. Matter of fact, I was in South Philly the other night, and I was wearing my BKFC colors. I always spread it everywhere I can go. And I had about 10 dudes talking to me about how they're excited for your fight and how I guess the clips that went viral that we're speaking of, they're like, oh my God, that's going to piss her off. I'm like, yeah, it does piss her off. And so let's just kind of talk about that real quick. I do know that I spoke to, I believe it was your husband. I spoke to a stepson of yours. All these people were in attendance at the championship summit. And my first thought was, look, I know we're building a fight, and I'm not going to lie. Like, I think you're awesome. I think I'm cool with Christine too. But at that moment, when that happened, I was like, whoa, right? So that was a big moment. It wasn't a moment that I think you liked, obviously. Talk about that. Talk about how that kind of fueled your anger and what you thought about that happening at that moment and continuing, I believe, into the Prudential Center.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just been a continuance thing. But honestly, everyone that knows me knows that words don't faze me. But like you said, my kids were there. I keep things very separate from my private life from, but not socially, because I really don't give I like to have fun. Everyone knows me. But that doesn't faze me. Like, I keep that open, whatever. But there's a time and place for that kind of stuff. And not being able to separate the two is not only immature, it shows what kind of person you are. There's a big difference. Be a better person. In general, she, to me, is an ugly individual inside and out. Not only didn't hit just the ugly branch on every way on the way down from the ugly tree, that bitch is ugly inside and out. So I just think that there's a time and place to say things. I had my kids there. She just doesn't provide a champion mentality in my eyes.
Great answer. Thank you for that. I appreciate you addressing that. We want to figure out what was going on through your mind and how that was feeling. Because again, when we had that private conversation, which was, I think it was the next day, we were there talking about it, and you were pretty fired up. Now, do you think you're a professional, but we talked about this last week. I think Taylor brought it up when we were kind of analyzing how the fight would go, and it wasn't against you. It wasn't against her. We're just analyzing. And one of the things that I've been thinking about, and you're a pro, so I don't know, but you're so angry about this. And she did. I mean, she did it in front of your family and said these horrible things. How do you not lose your composure and go in there and just want to lose because you're trying so hard to beat her ass? You're trying so hard.
That's where I'm different from most people. When you piss me off to that point of, like Hannah, exactly. Look at that.
Perfect timing. Great job, guys.
Yeah, when you get me to that point of where they think that they're going to piss me off and get in my head, it's not that way with me. I don't know how to explain it besides the fact that they create the chaos that I do better in. They are creating the worst environment for themselves, as Hannah saw, as she's laying there, which is going to be the same very outcome that is going to happen to Misfit. I'm going to break her face. I am going to hurt her. I hate her more than I hated Hannah. So she thinks that she's getting in my head. It just doesn't work that way with me. I don't care what people say. I don't like when people touch me at weigh-ins, and she knows that, but she also cowered away because she knew I was going to come for her.
I wouldn't even, I don't know if that being said, I'm not even going to high five you or shake your hand or give you a knuckle bump. I see it wins. I will never touch you. I don't want to get knocked out like that.
That's why it's a respect thing and don't touch me. It's a universal thing. Don't touch each other until you're paid to touch each other. And obviously I'm in her head more than she's in mine because she's not ever acted like stupid like this with anyone else.
All right, there you go. And look, in everything we're saying here, and she might not be your favorite person. You hate her, as you said, but you have to give her respect, right? I mean, this has got to be, I don't know. Maybe this isn't true. Let me ask you. Is this, I mean, you promote it because you want people to watch the Queen of Violence, but is this, do you think, I don't want to say the hardest puzzle to piece together, the hardest fight, the biggest fight you've ever had? It might be the biggest, but is it the hardest one you've ever had, do you think, in front of you?
Yeah, I just was asked that on another interview, and it's not, I don't think, if you want to consider, to me, Hannah Rankin had more boxing skill. Okay. She has more bare knuckle boxing experience. So in my eyes, I guess you could say it's the biggest bare knuckle fight because of who she is and how long she's been here. But if you look at the accolades, I give everyone respect and the benefit of the doubt. I gave her respect at first until she disrespected me. Now she's lost every ounce of respect that I could have had for her. Okay. But yeah, I guess you could say it's the biggest, just to prove, to get the out with the old, in with the new, and show how violent this sport really can be for women.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for the Queen of Violence coming up October 4th. Prudential Center, get your tickets, BKFC.com. Now, another thing we talked about, and I've said this for weeks, and Taylor was analyzing Queen of Violence last week. Taylor Starling was on. And as we looked into it, she agreed with something I've been saying, and I want to get in your head about this. Everyone, and Taylor even said it, everyone that has fought Christine Faria, even though they're doing the whole, I'm going to beat her, I'm not scared of her, like that kind of stuff, it plays on your mind that she is the most dominant female in bare knuckle. You, on the other hand, I haven't seen you, I can't explain how to say it, but like this, I feel like that's a facade, we'll say, with the other fighters. You have shown zero fear, none, because it doesn't seem like you have any. Why don't you fear Christine Misfit Faria like everyone else seems to?
There's not a person on this earth that I fear. Man, woman, I really don't. There's never been anyone that's intimidated me. I have full confidence in my ability, but with her in specific, there are, I feel like, a lot of things that people have inflated on her that I'm going to expose. So I'm bigger, stronger. She is highly underestimating my skill. My skill is just getting better every fight. And it's shown because I'm just finishing them faster and faster. And it's not to say that they're not good opponents and she's not a game opponent, whatever. I just think people are highly underestimating me. And that's been a consistent thing in my career, and I fucking love it.
I was going to say, let them do it, man. That'll make you a bigger star as you keep climbing the ladder and people see. Let them underestimate you. Are we going to see, you kind of mentioned it earlier, but I want to hear a direct quote from you. Coming up October 4th, Queen of Violence. When it's done, in your mind, and you raise that Queen of Violence championship title over your head, will Christine Faria be laying there knocked out? Are you going to knock her out?
Yes, I'm going to hurt her bad. I'm going to dismantle her face.
Is this a thing, or is it too personal where when the fight's done, I've seen so many personal things, I feel like this is another level. Is this a thing where you have the fight, you laugh, you hug, you make up? You're just done.
She ain't touching me. If she touches me again, it's going to be another fight right after that. But I guarantee she won't be able to walk. So...
All right. Well, we're excited to see what you do. And I know outside of fighting, I want to touch on it real quick because I think it's awesome. You do a lot of other stuff. You're unbeaten. We're going to see if Christine Faria can beat you for the Queen of Violence coming up October 4th. But I know that you're big on speaking. You're doing a lot of speaking now outside of fighting. Before we let you out of here, obviously, you're a pretty good talker. How's that going for you?
It's going. It's right now they're booked up until the next season, so I'm hoping to get more, which I'm not really too upset about because obviously I'm focusing on my fight, but I'm really enjoying it. It's this platform. Since I've been a champion, really, I've really wanted to change my platform to be able to give back more and to I feel like I just have to give back more as a champion and really use my platform for good. So I'm sharing my story. I'm getting my story out there. I'm helping others with my nonprofit organization. I really just want to give back. So I think my story really can inspire people. Everything that I've been through, it's been a lot. People say that I should write a book, and eventually I will. But just being able to share that story and help others has been truly uplifting and beneficial in my life. And I'm excited about that journey.
I'm excited to see where you land with that too. Motivational speaking, that you can help people. That's a big deal. Before I let you go, I just want to tell you, I haven't really had time to look at the chat because I've been so intrigued by what you're saying and talking to you, but I'm looking down at the chat here on my laptop, and I'd say that almost everybody in the chat you're not the underdog. They're predicting you. They're saying they're putting Z's, they're putting power wins. Someone said you should bring a pillow to the fight or the weigh-ins. That would be funny. But speaking of, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about this, or I don't know if you want to talk about it, but you teased me offline. You have something planned for the weigh-in show. Can you dish anything on it or no? You want it to be a surprise?
I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I'm going to say I'm not going to come as a fucking nightmare this time. I'm coming as the end of her. I'll just say that. That's a little tease. That's
Well, there you go. Make sure you're tuned to the weigh-in show, too. I always say that anything can happen and usually does, especially with the heat that you guys are bringing. And Perry and Stevens on top. Edgar going to be there. Everybody. Jimmy Rivera. It's going to be an awesome fight. Last one. For this moment in your career, I always ask this. This is what I call a flashpoint for you. It's a big moment. You're going to look back in 20, 30 years, and it's going to be either the start of something really big, or it's going to be you had to kind of go back to the drawing board and then try to do something really big. So with that being said, it's a flashpoint for you. What does it feel like to know that this is one of our biggest shows that we've had? It's a big deal. New York, New Jersey market, a lot of people talking about it around everywhere. And here you are, one of the top fights. the company really must think a lot of you and know that it's going to be a great fight, you and Christine. And they could have put anybody in the Queen of Violence. They put you two in there. How do you feel? How does that feel? It's got to be awesome.
Yeah, it's an honor, to be on such a big card, like you said. And it's just, this year in general has been just an amazing year for fights for me anyway, like being the inaugural 145 champ and then going right into, I feel like, a bigger fight just to prove and solidify who I am in this sport, and just being given the chance to do that has just been, it's an honor.
Yeah, well, it's an honor to have you fight for us. And what you did to Hannah Rankin, wow. You know what I mean? And Faria saw that. I got to wonder, and I'll have to talk to her at some point, but I got to wonder if it bothers Faria that here she gets all these flowers about being the top woman. Everyone talks about it, people fearing her. But the one thing she doesn't have, Borga, is that knockout power that you had, that you knocked Hannah out with. Now, she has to see that. But Christine also, look, I say it all the time. Christine's not cocky. She's convinced. She knows she's good. She's good. But it's going to be, I'm pumped. I'm so excited. I'm not even making sense. I'm really excited. I wish October 4th was here now. So
yeah, me too. Me too.
Then you can eat again when you're done and have your Queen of Violence title. It
actually hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. I stayed lower because I had a niche. I had a feeling, even though I'm quite surprised because I don't think that she thought that I was going to agree to a lower weight. And I was actually, it's 137 with a pound allowance. So that's 138. That's really,
yeah,
it's not. It's not bad.
It's not bad, but you're not like me. See, I think like a loser. You're always. No, seriously, but no, I do. I think like that because you're always in camp. You're ready. You said that earlier, so you're always in pretty good shape, dude. If I'm not in camp, I don't care. I know it's horrible for you. I'm not going to say where, but I'm going to get fast food.
A lot of people are like that. A lot of people are.
I couldn't stay in the shape you're in. Well, you're staying in champion shape. Obviously, you're a world champion. Now you're trying to put that Queen of Violence belt around your waist as well. I know that'll be really good on your mantle. Jessica, the Black Widow Borga, very excited to not only get that Queen of Violence title, but it sounds like, in her estimation, put Christine, the Misfit Faria, in her place and break her face, as you said.
Be the first one to finish her, because I know she's been beat, but I'm finishing her.
Look at the camera. We typically do these for our pieces we do, but just talk directly to Christine Faria and tell her what she should be expecting.
Enjoy the pain and enjoy the retirement. That's all I got to say.
That was good, but I thought you can see you'd break her face. You already said that. Anyway.
Yeah, she knows I'm going to break her face. She's going to enjoy the pain of me breaking her face.
The fans are going to enjoy. I don't want any pain for anybody, but the fans are going to enjoy the pain too. Bring the pain. October 4th. It's going to be violent. It's going to be crazy. The Queen of Violence. Is she going to be? She's been calling herself that. Now she has a chance to prove it. October 4th, Prudential Center. BKFC.com for tickets. And it's going to be live on DAZN. We can't wait for it. Jessica, the Black Widow Borga, thanks for spinning some web with us today.
Thank you so much for having me on. Always.
We appreciate it, man. Go back to training. That lady never stops training. Wow. Yeah, she was low-key, but I knew she disliked her guys, but that was like calm, which makes me more nervous than shouting and screaming. I feel like when someone's calm about their hate and dislike, like silent but violent, you're always a little more dangerous.
Silent but deadly.
Yes, same thing. You're just a little more dangerous. And I haven't seen a ton out of Borga. She's been on the offensive. And even there, she didn't go too nuts. She just flat out said what she was going to do. That whole card is going to be fire. I can't wait. I can't wait for that in the UK card. We're going to talk about the UK card in just a little bit when we get Dave Feldman back in here. He's supposed to be coming in. As we wait for Dave, guys, let's go back to the mailbag for a minute. I think we got a couple more left. Let's see. Oh, this is good. Talking about BKFC 82. Johnny Cannoli getting ready for BKFC 82. Let's watch what he's got going on. And I think if you listen closely, there's some Rocky music in the background here.
1, 2, 3, 2. And slip 2, 3, 2. Double jab right. Level change right hand.
I tell you, South Philly loves Johnny Cannoli, and I think the world's starting to love him too. There he is, Johnny Cannoli getting ready. And as we talk about that, it was interesting because we have this guy, Big Reed, out doing street team. This guy's the Philadelphia, I think today's his birthday, #1 area street promoter. We're going to get him on the show at some point. He's definitely a character. But he was down at this, it's a new cheesesteak place in Philly, Skinny Joey's Cheesesteaks, Joey Merlino. You can look him up. He's been around Philly forever. Anyway, he went down there to do some street teaming because he lives by there. And Joey is a big fan, it seems like, of Johnny.
2 weeks we'll be live from the Prudential Center for Bare Knuckle fighting, our boys fighting too. Johnny Garb will be there.
We got to go there. We got to represent.
Make sure you buy your tickets.
Buy your tickets.
All right, scan the barcode because I'm down here with the right folks.
The right folks. So Brandon taught me about Big Reed. I didn't know anything about Big Reed. I just thought he was doing street team for us. And last time in Philly, he did a great job. And I'm telling Brandon about this one day after the show. And he's like, the Big Reed? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, he's an influencer. And he's got like a big following. And I looked at him and he's yeah, that's him. So Big Reed, I think he's Big Reed 77777 right now because they took his other account away. He's very outspoken, very entertaining. You can follow along as he promotes Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. But speaking of that, this was, I can't even show everything because I don't know if it would be allowed to be on here, but this is the first day that Big Reed was out there marking. Listen to this guy. He's barking. He's yelling at people on the streets. Listen what he did as we wait for Dave Feldman.
All a man has is his word and his work ethic. And that's all you need to succeed in life. I just got these posters, but I'm out here already, as far as you can see, on this busy highway. Saturday, October 4th, we in Newark, New Jersey. Bare Knuckle Fighting. They have summoned Big Reed.
This guy's crazy.
Philly's #1 street promoter to sprinkle some gold dust on them. And I plan to deliver. We don't play games. Listen, I need y'all to scan this barcode, get y'all tickets, share this with your folks, and I need to see you there. Look at all this traffic. I need to see y'all there. Get your tickets, man. Get your tickets, man. Get your tickets, man. Saturday, October 4th. Get your tickets. Scan the barcode.
Now, I just want to point out, he's crazy. He's screaming and yelling about getting your tickets. So he's not just out there putting posters on poles everywhere you can see. This guy is screaming, Saturday, October 4th, get your tickets. Get your tickets. He's just screaming. So he's creating a furor. I believe that, is David Feldman ready? Do we have him? Is he ready to come on? That music could mean one thing. Here he comes sauntering in after an early arrival. We sent him away. He flipped me to double birds. That's like, what is that, Richard Nixon? That's you. That's your thing. You don't do the Richard Nixon. You do the double bird. One time when I worked at WWE, I was doing a shot with, and Vince was directing it. And we had a fake George Bush in the skit. I think it was on Raw. And Vince goes, nobody questions Vince. That's just how it is, in wrestling. And this guy's not a wrestling fan, the fake George Bush. They just had a look-alike. And we get up there, and we're kind of going through the camera shots, and he goes, and when you get done, this is Vince, for .com, what I want you to do is I want you to turn around, and I want you to look at the whole crowd, and we'll put it on .com, and you're just going to do this. And then the guy says, no, no, no. And Vince stops and looks at me and goes, what do you mean, no, no, no? And he goes, I got a better idea. And Vince goes, oh, I'd like to hear it. Now, no wrestler would ever say that to Vince like that. And then he goes, I think I should turn around to the Washington, D.C. crowd and do this. And Vince went, I love it. And he was all excited. That's brilliant. And then he turned around. He started going, and Vince gives the middle finger weird. He doesn't do this. You ever watch? He always does this. He puts the thumb out too. And he's like, he loved it. He was doing it to an empty house. A little slice of life. There he goes. Anyway, Dave, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. What's going on? Good show?
It's been fun. We had a guy eating raw meat, rotten meat. We have him swimming in Lake Michigan.
I saw the clip of the double knockdown almost.
Oh, yeah, him and Arnold.
Yeah.
And he knocked Arnold out of the ring, but he fell down and got up. I mentioned that guy's got hands like lunchboxes. I was saying his fingers look like sausages.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. We talked to Jessica Borga. You just missed her. I knew you had to get that call. She is ready, dude. And here's the thing I was saying to them.
She's angry.
She is, but here's why I'm concerned. Here's why I'm concerned for Christine Faria, who we know is tough and nobody wants to fight her. Borga does. And Borga's not just saying, oh, I want to fight her. I want to fight. I want to pay a day. I want to try my best. Borga's convinced I want this fight. And she said, I'm going to break her face. She said afterwards, there's none of this hugging bullshit. If she touches me, there's going to be a second fight. If she can even move, she's predicting a knockout, a quick knockout. I mean, Hannah Rankin, we saw that. But the thing that concerns me about Borga is, I've said it before, she shows no fear, but more than that is that she just is calm. Silent but deadly, silent but violent. She's not throwing insults. She's not saying anything. She's just defending. And what she's doing is she's just being calm. She wasn't screaming. I'm going to break her face. I hate that bitch. She's saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very calm.
Yep.
So that, and she also said, we've talked about this. I've talked about this with Lido. I've talked about it with you on the show here. when people get too angry, you've been a professional fighter, it can work against them.
100%.
And she's saying that actually fuels her fire and works for her. So I'm excited to see that fight and everything else. We're going to get into that. We can talk about Newark in a minute. But I want to talk about England for a second. Actually, before I do, you don't even know this. Did you know that this morning on, I believe it was WIP, it might have been The Fanatic, my wife texted me. Her boss told her in a meeting, during a Zoom meeting, hey, I want to talk to, my wife's name, Soscia. And she said that the guy, her boss was like, yeah, I heard them talking about you on the sports station. And my wife goes, was it like a commercial? She's like, no, they were having a conversation about how BKFC is a can't-miss event. You got to go to Prudential Center. We're not even advertising with them. That was just them. Somehow they were talking about it.
That's awesome.
So in Philly, that's a big deal. WIP is huge.
That
and
is.
so is the Fanatic.
That's big. Yep.
So either one. Thank you.
Good. Awesome.
So let's talk about UK before we get into other stuff. There's a lot to talk about. Let's bring the UK matchup card up. I'm excited for UK. What's happening? Your camera's moving all around. I'm nervous. They're making you look shorter, Dave.
No, I was putting him in
Taller.
frames.
Oh, there he goes. Okay, there he goes. Now he's sitting up straight. Dave, let's talk about UK while they're getting you in frame.
I'm excited about it. I mean, this is the first one.
awesome.
This is the first UK show that I've been to since our Wembley Arena show. So this is the first one I'm coming to. I arrive on Friday morning. I'm super excited about the feature fight, Johnny Graham versus Mansouri. That's going to be an unbelievable fight. Both of those guys come to bang, and then you got Aaron Chalmers versus Finchman. That's going to be an awesome fight too, because both of those guys think they're going to destroy each other. And then you have just an unbelievable main event with former two-time boxing world champion James DeGale taking on Matty Floyd. Floyd thinks he's going to, derail James DeGale, and James DeGale thinks it's going to be easy. And I'm a little concerned about that for James DeGale, because he thinks coming into bare knuckle is going to be easy. It's not easy for anybody.
Nope.
So
I'm
excited about it.
He probably thinks, I mean, I'm not the guy, but he probably thinks DeGale, former boxing champion, Olympian, he's done a lot of high-level stuff. And he's thinking, I bet he's not thinking it's a cakewalk, but he's thinking, well, I've done these things, but guess what? The Olympics, the Olympics don't have bare knuckle. I respect it, but they don't.
I mean, Austin Trout so far is the only boxing world champion that has had success in BKFC.
We saw what happened to Hannah Rankin. We were just talking about that.
Rankin, DeMarcus Chop Corley. I mean, we had a bunch of
Nico Hernandez back in the day.
Nico Hernandez. I mean, he did okay. Good, but I mean, it's not.
But he almost got beat.
It's different. It's just different, right? You're getting hit with bare knuckles. It's a different. It's not. I always say this. It's not like you get stunned, like you're like boom, and you see the white flash. It's like you're like, oh man, that hurt. Like it's just a different hurt. So I'm excited to see how he's going to compete.
Hold on, Matty Floyd. That's the dude. Isn't he the guy that was it Shane? Was it Mosley he beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yep.
This guy's fighting bare knuckle.
He beat Sugar Shane Mosley in the UK. I mean, it was a quote unquote exhibition, but he beat him. Still,
he
beat him. So I mean, he's certainly not a walkover for James DeGale, but James DeGale thinks he is. I just got off the phone with Mark Ramsden from over there, and he said we're going to have a sold-out crowd. So that's about 6,700 there. That's going to be great. And then it's going to be live on DAZN. It's going to be our first UK show that's live exclusively on DAZN.
And we're doing back-to-back DAZNs, which is really cool, because I'm thinking UK, then the next week Jersey's DAZN as well, right?
Yeah, yep.
So DAZN really doubling down here. They want to be a part of this. I love that. I love that they're being great partners like that. And I think both shows are going to be amazing. Like I said, you've kind of covered it. Who's the guy from Love Island? Here's the thing. Love Island, huge reality show. I don't know what it is. My wife knew what it was. You probably know. You watch Love Island. You watch all that. The Bachelor. You're into all that. Love Island said yeah.
I was on The Bachelor.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. You probably kicked you off the first. They give you the rose. I don't know how it goes. So Love Island, a gigantic reality show, and that's going to get us some press too.
Tommy Fury was on Love Island also. Tyson Fury's brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on it too.
Wow. When you get me, I'm married. I can't get on it. I don't know. We have to find some reality show.
You would sync.
I would sync immediately. I would do it on purpose. I would sync with the first episode. I would do crazy shit, and in that way, I'd be famous for the rest of my life. That's all you have to do. Act stupid. Go. It works.
You're already famous.
I've been acting stupid. I'm BKFC famous, which is the only kind of fame I need. I told you last night.
I thought you were radio famous.
I told you. Shut up, Dave. Last night on the phone. Remember what I said to you?
Tell me how famous
you said I'm going to make you famous. I said, bro, I've been in front of 20,000 people at the Wells Fargo Center for a freestyle concert. That's famous, bro. I've been in front of 50,000. No, it was 40 or 50 one time when I was introducing
at the Twitter Center.
Yeah, I was in front of 80,000 one time when it was 90,000 in my dream. It was amazing. So I've done a lot before I got here. You know that, Dave. They're saying here in the now we're derailing things in the comment section. MMA. Where's that? I lost it. This is good. MMA History Podcast said, reality show idea. Feldman goes hunting with Bobbin.
And he fucking eats me.
So they can eat their kills live in real time. Maybe you will be one of his kills. He was actually very even for
I know, I heard
the stuff he does.
I heard.
All right, so we're excited about UK, and this is, I think, going to be, I mean, the first UK show was a big deal, right? It was our first one. But this is probably one of our biggest, if not, might be bigger than the first one. Is that
I think
fair?
it's very high profile in the UK, so it's definitely catching fire over there. It's getting people excited. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, they're excited in the chat for it. I know that. And what about, let's talk about Newark. Now, that's the other thing. Let's practice that. So you're going to be on TV in New Jersey, and they'll be talking to you like they always do. How are you going to say the town that they're in?
Newark.
I don't think that's right. I think it's Newark, Delaware, and I think it's more like Newark, New Jersey, like New York.
Newark?
Yeah, Newark. They don't.
Newark?
Yeah, because when I left Jersey to go do radio by Delaware,
How do you say Louisville?
I don't say Louisville.
No,
I say
it's
Louisville.
It's Louisville.
Louisville? How do you say
Louisville.
Norfolk?
Norfolk.
Yeah, I tried that in the voice. So I'm like, remember that? Evan, was he in there? Who was editing that when I was like, Norfolk?
No, you said nah fuck.
Nah fuck.
How do you say Brian? Asshole.
Jerk off, asshole. There's a lot of names. So let's talk about Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, it's going to be sensational.
So this Thursday, we're going up to New York City. We're going to be doing a radio tour with you. So if you're in the New York area, I think we're going to be on Q. I'll keep you updated on the page. Q up there, and we're going to probably be on KTU and a couple other places, maybe WFAN. We'll see. But we're going to go up there and talk about it. And I think no one can sell this better than you. So make sure that's a program, you're tuned in for that and you know what's going on there. But this thing's getting big. I mean, they were in Times Square talking about it. I saw a billboard in Times Square for it. I'm seeing people talking about it everywhere you go. I feel like it's starting to even more now, like a week or two prior, 2 weeks about, it's starting to web out even more, right?
Man. I mean, look, we went through Labor Day and then, everything leading into, there was a lot of big announcements made. Now it's coming down. This is the week before actual official fight week. People are getting very excited about it. Ticket orders are really coming in. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a packed house. We got so many important people coming to that. Important people for the growth of BKFC coming to that event. So it's actually, I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. On October 4th, Newark, New
like
Jersey.
Say New York.
Prudential Center.
Say New York, but say Newark.
Newark.
Now, I think that's the right way to do it. I got to check with my wife. She's from around that area because she had kept correcting me, and I used to know how to say it. Just say I'm glad to be here in New Jersey. That's all you need to do.
And they've been great partners to Prudential Center. It's been awesome, and it's a pleasure to work with them. It's going to be an unbelievable show. If you can make it, I really implore you guys to make it out there because it's probably going to be. I feel like the vibe is going to be the best BKFC show that we've ever had. I mean, you have so many great matchups on that card. I will tell you why. We actually, how sometimes we're building a fighter, let's get him a little bit of an easier opponent to build him into the next win, right? And that's how you build a fighter. New Jersey didn't go for that. They listen, 31 fighters they turned down.
Oh my God.
31 fighters. Like even fights that anyone else would have accepted, they turned it down, not because they're hard to deal with, because they said, this is the Prudential Center. It's your first time in New Jersey. It's got to be an unbelievable card.
Do you think that the next time we come to how does that work? When you start somewhere new, they've legalized you dip your toe in, so they might be a little harder on you the first time or two when you're in with a lot of, I would guess. Does it ever loosen up after they see?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they don't know what it's about, really. They don't know. They don't understand as much how the records work. Like I was explaining yesterday, you could have a guy that's 4 wins and 6 losses in MMA. His 6 losses come by submission. His 4 wins come by knockout. Mm-hmm. He could be a good bare knuckle fighter, right?
Agree.
But they turn him down because he's 4 and 6 because they look at the record and they don't really dive into it. And understandable
I get it.
on the first time, but as we get rolling, they'll understand how we make matches and understand that they're going to be all very, very exciting.
They are. I feel like that these guys that do this and the women that do these things, when they come to the shows, you just feel it in them. Like 3-4 fights in, they just seem like, wow, this is way cooler than I expected. Like we always say.
Yep.
Let's see what they're saying in the chat here for you. Oh, okay. They're talking about the Combat Brothers. Dude, last night when Dave called me, all I could hear was Damon screaming in the background. I felt like I was part of your reality show. Any news on that?
No, I mean, just.
I feel like, is that more of a Damon project and you're just kind of helping out on the side?
Yeah, I mean, look, he wants it. there are a lot of people interested in it now, which I didn't know if they were going to be or not. So
How can they not?
we'll see what happens. It's just, look, man, I gotta focus on BKFC right now. But if that can be done simultaneously, then it's something that, you know, I think can work, because he's an asshole and he bothers the shit out of me, and I think people would like to see how I handle him.
I don't know. I'm not going to say who's who, but one's the asshole, one's the jerk. You know, I don't know. It would work. The nice guy, one's the nice guy. I saw that he was charging like $300 worth of dinner to you the other night. So
It's unbelievable.
maybe one day we get him in and sit in a chair.
He said to me, "You want to go out to dinner?" And then it cost me $700.
How does that work? I want to come to that dinner. All right, so
It was like 6 people. It was crazy.
That's great. You're arguing over a seafood tower. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, this is interesting. The New Jersey card. Rick is saying this. Rick is a big fan. He's always in the chat. He's saying he thinks the New Jersey card should be this year's Knuckle Mania card. Do you disagree with that? And why is it not? Just because it's the wrong month to do it, kind of thing?
Well, we already had Knuckle Mania this year.
Yeah, yeah. I think he means
why.
it should be the
But
next.
I mean,
Knuckle
that's
Mania.
why. But that, I mean, really, that is why. So we really have to see what pans out here, because we have some great plans for Knuckle Mania coming up on February 7th. I won't tell you where it's at, but February 7th, it's going to be a phenomenal Knuckle Mania, and some of the implications that happen on this card on October 4th are going to affect Knuckle Mania and some things we're really looking to do there. And I think we have a great shot of putting on an unbelievable Knuckle Mania again.
Of course.
You know.
What's the date again? The soft date. We're not. This is
February
just
7th.
February 7th. Okay, so February 7th, which is good actually, because Valentine's Day is a week later. So when our wives all don't want to be near us because we're angry and trying to promote a show and draw a crowd, we can get our money from that show and then buy them nice things for Valentine's Day to kind of repair everything. That's the goal. So that's exciting. No more Knuckle Mania. That was a nice little gem there. There's no more on that, huh? Just you gave us a lot to implicate. Okay, think about that. Think about that. Chat about it. Let's see what he means by that. Let's see what else they have here. We need to move Faria Borga to the co-main event. Blaze and Jay saying, "Look, here's the thing. I'm not even asking. I'm just saying what somebody's saying here. In my estimation, I'm probably going to get in trouble for Dave for saying this, but the King and Queen of Violence to me are the main and co-main event. To the hardest of the hardcore BKFC fans. Frankie Edgar versus Jimmy Rivera is going to be fun too, but I know that I believe that's the co-main right now. But to me, in my estimation, as a hardcore BKFC fan, all respect to Frankie and Jimmy, I think it's going to be fun. The King and Queen are the things I really care about right now, and that's because you hear violence and you get excited.
Well, they talk. I'm listening, and we'll make it the co-main event.
Really?
Yeah.
So you listen to me or them? You listen to me, I got power.
And listen to them.
Oh,
it's something that we've been talking about. We like the King and Queen of Violence as the main and co-main, and that's how we're going to set it up.
All right, there you go. King and Queen. I love it. There you go. Hey, do we have a breaking news sound effect for that? I don't even know. Let's do it again. So the fans here are saying that they think that, in their estimation, they need to move Faria and Borga to the co-main event and should be the King and Queen of Violence in the main and co-main. I honestly feel the same way.
I just said that. Did you listen to me?
Didn't you hear me?
Were you listening to me?
Didn't you hear? I'm trying to redo it so they can clip it with the news thing that he was supposed to hit. Come on, man. Dave, breaking news. What were you just saying? Because the fans told you to do this.
The main event will be the King of Violence. The co-main event will be the Queen of Violence. King and Queen of Violence.
There you go. All right,
we're going to crown the King and Queen. We're gonna have a throne in the middle of the ring.
You better do that now.
And you have to crown them.
I'll be the court jester, bro. I love it. The King and Queen is like King of the Ring. Dig it. All right, there you go, man. You heard it from Dave. Dave, what else is going on? Do you have anything you can report in the building of Bare Knuckle that's going to be? Here's one. They're asking you if we'll be in California again anytime soon.
Yes.
Didn't we just announce a date? I thought.
Did we announce?
Was that last week?
Well, we're talking about.
We didn't announce it.
Did we drop it?
I don't think. I'm asking them. I don't remember.
Should I drop it, or is Junior going to get mad at me?
I'm not doing it. You're going to do it. Well, let's just.
Can I drop it, Ev? Is Junior going to get mad at me?
For what?
Dropping the Cali date.
They know we're coming now. I thought we did that last week.
I mean, you're the boss.
I dropped the date. I won't drop the fight. The fights that are on it, but it will be Saturday, November 15th. We'll be back in Cali in Palm Desert.
Can I say where? Isn't that? Am I crazy? Am I looking at the wrong show here? I thought we announced
Coachella
this.
Valley.
I thought we announced this last week. I'm nuts. There's too many shows. That's a good thing.
So that's a good one. We'll be back there. We have. I mean, I think. What do we have? 2 weeks off for the rest of the year.
It's going to be a schedule.
We have October 18th, October 25th, November 1st. We have off November 8th. We have November 15th, November 22nd, November 29th, December 5th. We have off December 12th, and then we have December 20th to round out the year.
You're like a machine in your head. And throughout that, at some
because
point...
I'm going like, am I going to die on that one? Am I going to die on that one?
Well,
which one's going to kill me?
We hope you see another year because, I know your birthday's coming up. Your birthday, did it happen or is it come? I know you're right around my parents' birthdays, I think. You're in October, right?
Yeah.
October, you're between the 7th and the 18th, perhaps, or maybe right after?
Yeah. My birthday's not on the King of Violence show.
I knew that. I was trying to get you to say it to promote it that way.
It's October 4th, buddy.
Make sure
I want everybody to throw donations.
As I say, you can throw the fleshlights at Evan. We've talked about that. Yeah. And then he said, yeah. And then, I mean, look, you can throw quarters at me. No, don't. That hurts. Honestly, bring Dave a present. He'd probably, or a nice card. He'd appreciate it. Or maybe just coming to the show to shake his hand and say happy birthday. I think the whole arena could do a sing-along. Do you think they'll go for that in Jersey, Ev?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you just want to see me crash and burn. They're going to be like, boo. We're going to get the arena to sing you happy birthday. I think we can do that.
All right.
What's 41 feel like?
It feels like a lot older than that.
Isn't it funny that I have to go 41? That's young. I go, what's 41 feel like? All right, Dave, anything else you got for us before I let you go?
No, I mean, we just have a lot of good things. I actually just booked Monaco, so I'm going to go to Monaco before the Italy fight because we have it's called Sportel. It's where you pitch.
Yeah.
We're going to pitch Bare Knuckle to all the different television networks from all around the world. So we're going to go to Monaco there, do that, hop a flight right over to Rome. I had a call with them this morning. Everything's moving really, really well there. Another phenomenal card there. I think we'll have probably 8,000 to 10,000 people for that event. That's going to be great.
Do you sometimes wake up in the morning, and when you wake up, I'm being serious, you open your eyes, the first thing you see, and whether you're at home, in a hotel, somewhere, you have to kind of think for a second where you're at. Does that ever happen because you're on the road so much?
Not necessarily at home because I kind of know the pattern where I wake up. You go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Like I kind of know the pattern. But when I wake up at different hotels, I always do. I don't know. Do I go to the right? Do I go to the left? Do I go straight?
Yeah. Is that something I have to worry about?
Sucks,
I'm not even listening to what you're saying because the one thing that jumped out there was you wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. As you're an older man and you get older, that starts to happen, huh?
Hey, man.
Does that suck? How many times you wake up per night?
Once.
Only once. What time?
But I've always waken up once.
I do too, though. But
so it didn't get any worse.
What time do you wake up?
I'm
see at the same time as me.
Probably like 2:30.
Ooh, I'm an hour difference. I'm about 3:30ish.
So you can hold a little longer.
Yeah, I try to go before I go to bed, and then I take kids in the middle of the night, so I go as well.
Yeah.
There you go. If you need me to come over and help you, no, never mind. I'm taking my son. I can't take you. All right, I'm tired.
All right, let me get out of here.
He's like, get the fuck out. I'm going. Dave, thank you for coming on. I didn't have much else for you. I'm worn out. All right, let's check the chat before we get out of here. I think you guys are having a great time. I love that. Listen, I want to remind you to check out BKFC.com because there you have all of the different articles. It's always being updated. There's a great Borga interview up there now. Not an interview, I should say, an article. There's some great Italian content up there now. You can check that out as well. Hey, Brandon, what's that?
Road 2's up there.
Oh, Road 2's up there now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, check out the Road 2. That's awesome. I know we worked hard. I shouldn't say we. Well, I kind of helped. But you guys had it. You worked hard on that. I'm excited to see it. Evan, you're the guy that kind of is the proofer, I guess. Lets everything out the door. Yeah. How do you feel about the Road 2? Is it going to sell fights?
A lot of powerful stuff in there. There's some stuff going on in Faria's personal life you're going to hear about that she's dealing with. That's much bigger than fighting that she's has to persevere through.
Mm-hmm.
Maine and Co. Perry and Jeremy, they've got a lot they're fighting for too. There's a lot of interest. It's not just about fighting, so you learn more about.
It's deeper.
Yes, exactly. There's layers to everything. So
how long is it? About half an hour?
It's 26 minutes.
I love TV guys. Half an hour? Yeah, 26 minutes. You guys have it timed out perfectly. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for it. Did we preview that? Did we preview some of that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to preview?
Just the same thing.
All right. Well, I don't need to show the same thing. Just listen. Actually, show it real quick before we get out of here. Do you have it?
He's scrambling.
That's his. That's my fault.
3 minutes long. I don't know.
I don't know if we have 3 minutes. We got a meeting coming up.
Let's wrap it up.
Should we just keep the mics on for the meeting?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Everybody come around the table. What are we going to talk about today? I don't even know. All right, let's talk about the outro. Let's talk about what we're doing here to get out of the show. Before we go, I want to tell you a couple things. Of course, like the show, share the show, click the bell so you know we're on. Thank you so much for your support. We got some fights we're going to talk about coming up. Let's go through the upcoming schedule, and then we'll get out of here. You ready for that, Brandon?
It sounded like you were about to just close it, but yeah.
No, but you know what? You got to have your fingers ready. Get your big sausage fingers like Boban and have them ready.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's coming up. I'm getting texted. Oh, yeah. That's coming up. Hey, Brandon, did you get the thing I texted you right before the show? I know it was kind of chaotic. I want to plug that, too. The watch party. I texted it to you. So just think about that while I'm going through this. So we talked about this with Dave. Very excited. It's going to be on DAZN. It's going to be amazing. This card is fire in the UK. If you do the research, you hear what we're talking about, you understand why it's going to be so good. Make sure you're tuned in for that. Big event. And I think, like you said, it's the first time that we've ever had DAZN cover one of our UK events. So make sure you're tuned in for that. And then I also want to remind you that while this event is going on in the Hammond, Indiana area, I'm going to find out where it is. I really don't know, but they're doing a watch party. And I've been talking to these guys. I'm very excited. They're going to have this going live. There you go. There's the flyer for it. They're going to have this going live Saturday, September 27th. You can stop by McNally's and go there. And they're going to have giveaways. They're going to have event tickets. They're having, it's pretty well organized. I'm excited. I don't want to say who's going to be there, but I've heard some pretty big name fighters are going to be there too. Just make sure if you're in the area, go check it out, hang out. It's going to be a real good bare knuckle night to get you excited for our Hammond, Indiana show coming up too. There you go. There's the watch party, September 27th, this Saturday. Make sure you're there. All right. From this weekend, we had to, of course, the King of Violence. We talked about that a lot today, and that's what we're going to be talking about going forward because that's a big deal. That goes down October 4th. Tickets still available, BKFC.com. It's in Newark, New Jersey, and that's going to be on DAZN as well. 2 back-to-back DAZNs. They're loving what we're doing. And then we just talked about Hammond. We're going to be at Hammond for Fight Night, BKFC Fight Night at the Horseshoe, BKFC.com for tickets. That'll be on the app. That's a great card. I mean, we had the guy, Boban, today that eats raw meat. He's going to be on there with the big hands. Can't wait to see what he's going to do. But then you got Henry Lindsay on top. I'm excited for that fight. Van Camp Finley, another great fight, especially for fight nights. These are great fights. And then, of course, we will be in Italy, in Rome. Dave was just talking about that as well. Camozzi. Chris Camozzi, we love him, versus a guy who is the male version of my daughter's name. Her name's Alessia. He's Alessio Sakara. He's going to be there. That's a fight that was supposed to take place in the UFC, Camozzi was saying, and now it's finally happening. So we're looking forward to that as well. Make sure you're tuned in for that. And if you're in Italy, grab those tickets. And then we talked about this in Michigan. Of course, Rodriguez. Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez, one of the most intense fighters in BKFC, taking on Zach Cavender. And that's going down. BKFC Fight Night in Michigan, November 1st. BKFC.com. Grab the tickets, man. Get your tickets, man. And don't forget about UK this weekend. Listen, thank you so much. Spread the word. Clip the show up. Share it. Like it. Hit the button. Wherever you're watching, make sure that you come to the Bare Knuckle Show on Instagram. There's the Bare Knuckle account, but then we have the Bare Knuckle Show on Instagram. So make sure you're tuned in there. You can always send your emails to the Bare Knuckle Show at gmail.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the UK, baby. And I guess I'll see you next week if I don't see you in the UK. Let's go! Ah!